Hey guys, no scores. Welcome back to another video. So, after COD Next, with the reveal of multiplayer, people getting to play the game, and people getting to play Liberty Falls in zombies. There's been a lot of conflicting opinions on especially zombies, and I want to take everyone down a deep dive to some old school zombies maps that people hated at launch. And this will be a very quick video because I just want to give some people some insight to what we had, a decade ago. With the launch of Black Ops 2, we had TRANZIT. This was at the point the biggest zombies map of all time. And I and some of my friends found it annoying, but over time, we really enjoyed the map. The fact you can go from one location to another location by the bus, or if you were brave enough, run through the fog with all those rat zombies, as I like to call them. What are denizens? Are they rats? Are they, I don't know, mole monsters? I don't know. But when you look back on TRANZIT, you're like, oh my god, it's such a great map. We need another TRANZIT. And speaking of another TRANZIT, check out down below to Virko. Virko is a mod maker. He is remaking the entirety of TRANZIT. And it's going to be like the old TRANZIT, but with a, in the Black Ops 3 engine, new weapons, new Easter egg, and basically, if you ever wanted TRANZIT but updated, check out his progress down below, in his live streams, because honestly, he and his team is doing a great work on the Return to TRANZIT project. And this is not a project like the other one that someone was doing that was basically a scammer. This is a legit thing. Check that out down below if you are curious. Back on topic though. When TRANZIT came out, people didn't like the map, and they found it annoying. And to be fair, it is annoying. The fog is annoying, but if you were to play the game on PC, you could turn that fog off. The fog was generally there because of the limitations of the 360 and PS3. The developers said, I think at the time, or people said at the time, that without the fog, both the consoles would basically just crash. They wouldn't be able to run a game like that. Now, to be fair, other games at the time were, just as open and probably could run it, but on the old Call of Duty engine, I don't think it would have run that well. So the fog was there to basically, just kind of like the original Silent Hill. The fog was there to make it so the map loaded in nicely. If I remember correctly, the PS3 still lagged when playing TRANZIT. Let's move on to Black Ops 3 though. With the launch of Black Ops 3, we got Shadows of Evil, and to be fair, even me at the time, the map was annoying. It was complex, it was convoluted, it was a pain. Just getting to Pack-a-Punch was like a chore. It was a chore. It wasn't a challenge, it was a chore. You'd be probably getting upwards up to like round 10 or 12, or even 15 if you were not that good of a player, just to get to Pack-a-Punch. And now with the launch of, with Liberty Falls, watching some videos, you were able to get Pack-a-Punch on round 9. Now, that to me seems a bit too easy, but then again, with Modern Warfare 3, you could literally spawn in with Tier 3 Pack-a-Punch. So, yeah, I don't know, but let's keep on track. Shadows of Evil was weird. For a lot of people back in 2015, it was strange. The inclusion of these mythical creatures, like Cthulhu-style creatures, threw people off. They said, this isn't zombies. This is like BioShock, basically. But over time, people enjoyed Shadows of Evil. It went from being one of the worst maps possible to one of the better ones. It went from being one of the worst maps ever to being, like, amazing. Like, if you go back and play Shadows of Evil now, people enjoy it. It's mind-boggling. Same thing with Black Ops 4. Now, personally, I still hate Black Ops 4 to this day. It's still just, I can't even remember half the maps from Black Ops 4 anymore. Because I didn't play it that much. It was that terrible that I just hated the damn thing. So, I don't know, comment down below maps you played on Black Ops 4 that you hated but now enjoy. Actually, I think 9 is actually a pretty decent map. At the start, I didn't like it at all. Actually, I think 9 and I forget what it's called, the Titanic ship, but those maps were strange, they were weird. It just didn't feel like zombies. It just felt like, hey, here's a map, here's a round-based system, here you go, have fun. Over time, a lot of things that we hate at first, we then cherish. It's called nostalgia for a reason. You know, people, it's a human thing. You know, first, so for like a song, for example, when a song first comes out that's super catchy, people hate the damn thing. But give it a few weeks to a month or maybe a few years, and you're like, okay, this is not a bad song. This is actually pretty good. For example, with me, I didn't really like a lot of Billie Eilish's music when I first listened to it. I was like, this is fucking weird. So I was like, no. But later down the line, oh, never mind, this is actually pretty good. You know, anything that comes out which is going to flip your expectations is going to give you a strong negative opinion. But then over time, once you get used to something, you know, you begin to like it. For example, meeting new people. One of my friends, Johnny, which I put up on screen, he was an ass when I met him. I'll be honest, he was annoying. He's still annoying now, but I've been able to tolerate his annoyance and his banter over the years. But that's the thing as well. It takes time for something to get good. Same thing can be said with actually of the previous Call of Duty era, so the futuristic era. At the time, people didn't like it. But now when you look back at it, some people, not everyone, most people can't stand it still. Or some people look back at it and go, wow, this was actually pretty good. For example, here's another good example. Let's not talk about zombies, let's go back to multiplayer. People hated ghosts. People hated ghosts over a decade ago. Now, I still know some people today who stand by their opinions and say Ghosts is the best Call of Duty of all time. And when you look back on it, Ghosts, from today's standpoint, Ghosts is actually good. If you go back and play it, they tried so many new things because everyone was complaining for the better part of like a decade that Call of Duty is the same, they don't try anything new. And then when the developers try something new, everyone goes, I don't like this, can we have the old system back? Same thing can be said when Sledgehammer Games made Advanced Warfare. I actually really liked Advanced Warfare. They changed the formula because the thing about making games is, yeah, you can make the same game like for a decade and people will enjoy it. But on a business side of things, if you make the same game constantly, it's not going to entice new players. They're like, well, what's the point playing if it's just the same as the last one? So with Ghost, many people, you know, now look back, and actually, to be honest, I enjoyed the Ghost. Not as much as the other ones. I had fun playing it. You know, Infection in that game was pretty good. And the issue about Ghost is the maps were just too big. The maps were too big, and I think some of the weapons were just overpowered. Nowadays, those COD Ghost maps would be amazing today. You know, with like Ground War, Invasion, they would actually be good maps because they would fit the playstyle. Move it over to Advanced Warfare. I think some Advanced Warfare maps would actually be really cool today. And to be honest, I would be happy if they brought back the Advanced Movement System ever so slightly. Not completely, but ever so slightly. I mean, with this new omnidirectional movement system, they're kind of going that way. Same thing with Black Ops 3. Honestly, out of all of the futuristic Call of Duties, not including Black Ops 2, because that's barely futuristic anymore, you know, 2025 is around the corner. Black Ops 3, I would say, would be the futuristic that I like. It's that middle ground. Now, Infinite Warfare, on the other hand, I did enjoy Infinite Warfare. See, to be honest, what was it? Back in those days, I was very more or less of a casual, you know, player. Not really a hardcore player. Nowadays, I'm still kind of casual nowadays, but I'm in the moderate area. I'm not a hardcore player. I'm not a casual player. You know, I'm better than the average person, but I'm not as good as a pro. So, you know, when you look back on it, you know, those games, they did something new, you know? And then when everyone then was like, hey, we want boots on the ground, give us boots on the ground, we got Sledgehammer with World War II. Not Vanguard, World War II, which people didn't like at first, but then 6 months later, people really loved the game for some reason, so probably because they changed everything and fixed the game. So, what was it? That was great. And then the Black Ops 4. The hype for Black Ops 4 was insane, but what we got was... It was interesting. The thing about Black Ops 4 to me is they took the hype around, you know, they took Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2 and merged it together with like the setting. It was okay. Personally, I did enjoy the games at certain points. Blackout was actually pretty fun. That was something new. But I think the lack of a campaign, even though most people would play the campaign once or twice and then never touch it again, that still drives me nuts. All the people that go, oh, this game has no campaign, I'm not going to buy it. Most people who bought Call of Duty, and I know the statistics say most people who buy it do play the campaign, like it's a big chunk, but a majority of people are buying it for multiplayer or zombies. So, go figure. So, with Black Ops 4, you know, it was kind of a mixed bag. Some people really, really liked it. Some people really didn't like it. I'm in that category. But then, Modern Warfare 2019. And even though, at first, everyone's like, this is not Call of Duty. This is Rainbow Six Siege. You know, like, what was it? But then when people got to play the game, playing the beta of Modern Warfare 2019 it was great. It take the Call of Duty formula and update it to the modern era. That was the issue of Call of Duty. The Call of Duty was just stuck in the past. I know people like all the Call of Duty games. If you like them, go play them. No one's stopping you. And it did some bad things. I'm not gonna lie, unbalanced weapons and some issues. But overall, Modern Warfare 2019 was just a fun experience. I got to play. I played the game with many people. Nowadays, though, I don't play with anyone on Call of Duty because everyone doesn't like it anymore. So that was a great, just amazing, great experience. And then, the year after, we got Cold War, which at first, and I can say this myself, at first, I didn't like it. I was like, I'm not really interested. But then, you know, later that year in December, I picked the game up because it was like 15% off, so I was like 25% off, so I was like, yeah, sure. And even when I did pick it up, I was like, the campaign, really good. Black Ops Cold War campaign, I actually recently played that, it's really good. The zombies, I think the Cold War zombies is take everything that everyone loved about Black Ops 2 and 3, skip 4, and just improve on that. And that was great. It was overall, I would say, a moderately fun experience. There's some things that were kind of annoying, but overall, great change to the formula, and a great evolution to the formula, not a change. And the multiplayer, even though I say this every time, Cold War is jank, its movement system was jank. I think that's a lot of reasons why people enjoyed it, because one, it was a hell of a lot easier to run because it still used Treyarch's engine, but at the same time, it felt like a step back a little bit. But over times, I returned back to it a few months ago, and I was like, wow, this game's actually a lot of fun. And then we got Vanguard, which I never played Vanguard. I played a free weekend of it, and I was like, so this is just Modern Warfare 2019, but in World War II. That's literally what it is. We don't speak of Vanguard. Vanguard, we're going to ignore that. I don't know why Sledgehammer Games made another World War II game. They could have simply made, like, something else. Call of Duty, Civil War? I don't know. Moving on from that trash heap over to Modern Warfare 2. Now, I liked Modern Warfare 2 when playing the beta. Like, yes, it wasn't as fast-paced as the original Modern Warfare 2019. It had potential. The problem is that potential was thrown out the window. The fact that it just didn't have enough. I was watching people upload videos, and throughout the entire life cycle of Modern Warfare 2, it just didn't have enough post-launch content. And, you know, it just wasn't, Infinity Ward tried doing what they did with the original Modern Warfare series. Here's COD 4 Modern Warfare. Oh my god, this is amazing. And then here's Modern Warfare 2. Holy crap, this is this COD 4, but so much better. They tried doing that again, and it didn't work. Now, moving on to Modern Warfare 3. Now, I really enjoyed Modern Warfare 3. What was it? Not everyone does. Everyone kept calling it a $70 DLC, which was not the case. Actually, hell, I'll be honest, Modern Warfare 3, if it was a $70 DLC, yeah, sure, I'd buy it. You know why? The amount of post-launch fucking content the game had is insane. Like, this year, Sledgehammer, has knocked it out of the park. Actually, every time Sledgehammer makes a game, besides Vanguard, they do tend to smash it with post-launch content. That's one thing about Cold War, which were a bit lacking. The content updates were not that good. But this year, I have played so much of Modern Warfare 3 because it just reminds me of the original Modern Warfare 2019. That fast-paced movement system, the gunplay, the maps. It was just, the original maps did get a bit boring over time, but, it was just a fun experience, pretty good. Now, The zombies, I would say as a casual player, the zombies is good if you like that repair. See, here's the weird thing. Even though Modern Warfare 3 hasn't really been updated, like the zombies hasn't been updated, it's weird to me that people go, oh, I just want the old zombies back, round-based, like, you know, and like Kino de Toten. I don't need any new shit added to the game. They basically did that with Modern Warfare 3. They barely added stuff to the game, to zombies, and no one liked it. Now, to be fair, no one liked it because it wasn't round-based, so it's fine. See, I think they could do an open-world zombies again, but maybe in the next 5-6 years. They take the formula, improve upon it, and then give us again, maybe in the next decade or so. But, like, that's the thing. Like, I made a video about this. Modern Warfare 3 Zombies could have been great if they actually... The problem is, Treyarch was there for, like, the first month or two, updating the game, but then after that, it was being covered by High Moon and Beanox Studios, which are smaller studios. So they couldn't... What was it? They could have got people from the multiplayer of Scissory Games to actually maybe make new contracts. No? Well, you can spend a weekend or two making a new contract, or maybe two, or changing up the map. No? Oh, okay. My point here is the Call of Duty community, you know, the COD community, multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone, all combined, they'll never be happy in the moment. They'll only be happy when the game is old. So, even though right now people are liking Terminus is looking to be a good map, people are kind of 50-50 on Liberty Balls, as it's being called, which it's really funny. I think that a lot of, especially a lot of people who, a lot of people who played it at the COD Next event said it's great, but a lot of people, obviously those are not the majority of COD zombie players. I think, I say this every time, leave your opinions to when you play the game, you know? And what's great is, if you don't want to spend $70, $80 on the game, you can get it through Game Pass. So, yeah. I think that would, and I'm not advocating buy the game for Game Pass, it's just a cheaper option. So Game Pass Ultimate is like $15. I think Game Pass with console, I think is like $9, $10. So, that's a great way I would say to play it, is, you know, get Game Pass, which is way cheaper than buying the full game, play it that way, and then have your thoughts. Because criticizing the game before it comes out, I feel like, now it really depends on what game it is, can be, you know, a lot of times I've done it. I've criticized a game before I've even tried playing it, and afterwards I'm like, oh, this is actually really good. There's my 2 cents on the whole topic. Stay tuned, because I'm going to be posting this video today. Stay tuned for later on at 6 p.m. It's currently 8 a.m. At 6 p.m. I hope I can stay up, but I'm going to be up since 4 a.m. Stay tuned later, because I'm going to try and live stream Black Ops 6 is beta at 6 p.m. English time. What was it? English time? Or British Standard Time. I think 10 a.m. Pacific time. So stay tuned for that. If not, if you do not see a live stream at 6 p.m. or just before 6 p.m., like 5:30, because I can't seem to ever live stream on this computer. This computer can edit and render 4K video, but I can't live stream 1080p video. I don't know. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for some more Black Ops 6 content moving forward. And comment down below, would you rather have another Modern Warfare 3 open-world roundless-based zombies this year, or would you rather just take Liberty Falls, even if it doesn't look that good, and just take it because it's round-based? Like, that's my thing. I've been telling people over the last few weeks, would you rather have another Modern Warfare 3 Zombies experience, or would you rather have round-based even if the map's not good? For example, the original 5 for Black Ops. I hated that map. But if I had only that map to play, sure, it's round-based. Screw it, I love it. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video.